Fuck yeah. Wednesday show. Let's fucking do it. Program forever. It's the Dusty Show. Fuck yeah. How you guys doing? Welcome. Have a surprisingly big show on a Wednesday. I did it. It's pretty much all I did. I worked on the Wednesday show and I added to the intro. Look, the guy's walking down the street now on my AI intro. Here he comes. Boom. I keep adding a little bit each day. It takes like 10 hours for Illuma Labs to render a new section. I kind of want to keep going forever and see where this guy's walking to. Where are you going? Isn't that the guy from the Social Network? Anyway, pretty cool. I've been working on my new AI series that I'm going to release as soon as the tools are slightly better. They're getting there. They just came out with a Runway AI's Gen 3 Alpha of text to video. They need to add the section where you can use a picture to video, image to video. That'll help it a lot. That's coming next. Then maybe I can actually start working on it, but I am working on the script for it. It's coming along great. Hell yeah. Where is he walking? I know. Get drugs. That's probably right. It is somebody who likes my show, so probably drugs is a fucking good guess. So, hey, folks, thanks for joining me tonight. I have a decent show for you guys. As always, super chats are open, which are the lifeblood of the show over here. Boom. See over here where my mouse is. There's a dollar sign. You click it, and then you donate money, and then I read what you write. That's how the super chats work. So do it to it. Moralize yourself forever and ever. All the world's greatest show. You'll feel good in your bones. Be your good deed for the week. All right. And as always, floating cats in the background somewhere. They'll be around. You'll see them. Wouldn't be a Dusty show without floating cats. Hell to the fuck yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead and kick the show off, folks. I'm not sure I've ever started the show with a riding with Biden, but we're going to now. So prepare your anus. Where the fuck is it? Oh, here it is. Oh, hey, cat. How you doing? Thank you. How about ride with cat ass? All right, you're not helping. You're like, I'm not trying to help. All right. It's not time for the treats yet. We just started the show, dude. Move on with your life. Let me do the ride with Biden. Riding with Biden. Perfect. Nailed it the first time. And first off, on tonight's Ride with Biden. So last we talked, the Supreme Court made the president king, but they only did it for Donald Trump. See, they had a little loophole in there on purpose, where they get to decide what is an official act of the president and what is an unofficial act of the president. And so obviously, since they're all Trump stooges, they're all the ones that Trump put in office himself, they are going to decide whatever Biden does is unofficial, and therefore he's not a king, and then whatever Trump does is official, and he is a king. So specifically set up only for the Republicans to have dictatorial powers. Seems bad, right? So left-wingers are like, Biden gotta fucking do something, dude. End of our democracy. Seems bad. Step the fuck up, Biden. They're calling for all kinds of things. A lot of them I'm not allowed to legally say because I do not want a visit from the Secret Service. But others are like, hey, just like stuff the courts with justices. Put like 30 more justices on there that you pick. You can just do anything, right? You're a god now. I mean, yeah, there may be laws that say you can't do it, but the laws don't apply to you anymore, baby, right? Just do it. Legalize abortion, legalize marijuana. You're not going to do that. Fix income equality, as if. Universal health insurance, psh, yeah, right. College loan forgiveness, might do some of that. Universal pre-K, nope. Not going to do anything. Make lobbying illegal, oh my God. He's taking more money from Israel than any candidate in history. He's definitely not going to fucking make lobbying illegal. You guys are crazy. What else? Ranked choice voting, that'd be nice. He ain't going to do that. Federal minimum wage, no, of course not. establish a police oversight. Oh, God. You guys are so naive. So, obviously, he's not going to do shit, right? He's not going to use the powers because Democrats are born losers. They're there to fucking lose. Republicans don't play by the fucking rules. That's one thing I a little bit admire about Republicans. They have the balls to fucking do anything. Donald Trump gonna kill anybody he wants to, put anybody he wants to in prison, burn everything down. He gonna be a good little dictator. But Biden is like, I'm a decent man. No, you're not. You're a child murderer. Okay, you already killed a bunch of children. At least give us universal health care. He ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do jack shit. The fucking walking corpse. So yeah, he's like Biden campaign brushes off idea of reforming the Supreme Court. The campaign waved off the notion that the court's bombshell Trump immunity ruling would move Biden to embrace reform. Yeah, not going to do it. Not going to do anything. I'm too decent of a man. The system will work itself out. I believe in American democracy. It's what makes... Shut the fuck up. Die already. You fucking ghoul. Anyway, useless. Joe Biden, useless. Meanwhile, people starting to notice he's not out campaigning. He had a disastrous debate performance, and he should be out every fucking day reassuring the public, hey, I'm not weakened at Biden's. I'm not this walking corpse that they're trotting out there like a fucking marionette who can't even read the teleprompters right, don't even know where the fuck I am. I'm not that. I actually have a lot of energy. I'm ready to go for the next 4.5 years, but instead, nah, dog, nah.
And this raises a question about whether he can. In other words, if he could do that, he would do that by now. Today, it's Tuesday. The debate's almost a week ago at this point. Everyone understands he was at fundraisers over the weekend. He was hanging out with his family at Camp David. But in the middle of a crisis, a president usually takes action in a crisis. He's right now in a political crisis of his own making, and he's not taking that action. And this raises a question.
Not doing jack shit. He's hiding. We hiding with Biden this week. Pretty much. And it gets even worse, folks. So, apparently Hunter Biden, crack smoking, prostitute fucking, big dick, Hunter Biden is advising the president in all his bigwig meetings now, which seems bad.
Breaking news. We're now learning that Hunter Biden is attending some of the president's meetings at the White House, staying close to his father post-debate. NBC's Monica Alba is reporting from Washington, D.C. What more can you tell us, Monica?
Well, these are new details coming into our team, Chris, along with my colleagues, Kristen Welker, Mike Memley, and Sarah Fitzpatrick. We have learned from sources familiar with the situation at the White House that Hunter Biden has been by his father's side ever since they were at Camp David this weekend as a family, where they had some discussions about the president's potential path forward here and his re-election campaign, and that since he returned from Camp David last evening with his father, we understand that Hunter Biden has even joined some meetings and conversations that have taken place between the president and some of his most senior advisors and senior staff. And while we should note that it's not unusual for Hunter Biden to be at the White House, to be in the residence, to be attending certain White House events, which we have certainly seen time and time again over the last 3.5 years, where we have seen photos of him and where he has appeared in public, it is unusual, according to the people we spoke with, for him to be participating at this level and to have the sort of regularity of some of these contacts and conversations with senior staff. We understand, again, since returning yesterday from Camp David, where they were more huddled as a family, to now as the president has resumed some of his more traditional meetings at the White House.
So apparently, crack-smoking Hunter Biden is now pretty much in charge of the government. He is the one propping up the corpse. And yeah, people are noticing. People are like, hey, seems like a bad idea to me. This is insane, says Mehdi Hussein. Hunter Biden and Joe's granddaughter seem to have more influence over who the Democratic presidential nominee will be than the Democratic Party leadership. Where are Schumer or Jeffries or the DNC? What do Biden cabinet members make of his recent meltdown? I guess he's not listening to anybody. Who knows? I guess he's just listening to his fucking children. Oh, bad time to do that. And then they started gaslighting us, folks. He went public and he said, hey, you know why I did bad in that debate performance? It's because I wasn't very smart, President Biden said. I decided to travel around the world a couple times, going through, I don't know how many time zones. For real, I think like 15 time zones. I didn't listen to my staff. And then I came back and I nearly fell asleep on the stage. That's right, folks. It's not because I'm almost dead. It's not because I have dementia and I'm completely fucking out of it. I was just too busy working as the president, going through all those time zones. I had jet lag. That's why only. It turns out, yeah, he's lying because he was back from Europe 12 days before the debate. And he spent a week at Camp David preparing for it. So it wasn't jet lag, which is a point many people have pointed out. Yeah, President Biden was home nearly 2 weeks before the debate. He was in LA for a fundraiser about a week and a half earlier. This is nonsensical gaslighting that makes him seem either forgetful or feeble. Why is he doing this? Because he doesn't have any respect for us? Because he's trying to cover because he doesn't know when to quit, just like Democrats always don't? Meanwhile, even the press corps having no respect for our corpse in chief now.
We would invite the president to come here and tell us that directly.
Noted, Kelly.
But
he's awake.
That's inappropriate.
That's so inappropriate to point out that he is basically dead now. Don't say that. You're supposed to have more respect for our corpse. Just let him corpse all he wants to. Let's vote in the corpse. All straight ahead for the corpse. Anyway, and then surprisingly, the polling came out and it was also bad, real bad. The full effects of the horrible debate performance starting to make themselves known. New York Times Cineo poll, 628 through 72. Biden favorability is at 36%, historically low. Unfavorable, 61%. So yeah, 3 out of 4 think he's doing a bad job. Meanwhile, Trump's at 43 favorable, 55 unfavorable. So he's way, way ahead. Both of them incredibly unpopular. But Trump way less unpopular, way more popular. Not great. We are hurtling towards disaster. Another poll came out. This is the Dem internal polling. Open labs, the one the Democrats did themselves to see how they are faring. Margin dropped down in every major state he needs. Down almost 2% in Colorado, down 2% in Minnesota, down 2% in Maine, 2.4% in New Mexico, 2.1% in Virginia, 2.3% in New Hampshire, 1.9% in Wisconsin, Michigan 1.8, down 2.2 in Pennsylvania, Nevada down 1.9, Georgia down 2.2%, North Carolina down 2.1%. Once again, it's not set in stone, but it is a weather vane, and the wind is blowing against the corpse. And everybody calling for him to drop out. Emma, I want to call her Vagland, but I'm afraid that might sound sexist because I love her. Vigilant? I'm going to say Vigilant. Emma Vigilant. Biden has to drop out. She's been championing it. She's been trumpeting Biden leaving right up there with Jink. And if the election was held today, here's how it would shake out. Democrats 205, Republicans 333 in a red landslide. Donald Trump, a dictator, king, will be our next president. Usher in hell on earth. We are all fucking doomed. Here's another poll, CNN's new poll. Trump leads Biden 44 to 34 from independents. Harris, a little closer, 43 to 40. She's still down, but she hasn't had a lot of press. She hasn't had the push yet. Trump leads Biden overall 49 to 43 and only leads Harris 47 to 45. Yes, Emma is amazing. Is it Vigilant? That's a bad thing about just reading everything. I don't know how to fucking pronounce anything. I never watch videos. I don't watch like CNN or news or anything, but I read from the moment I wake up to the moment I sleep. I read all day long, so I just say everything like it sounds out. So I'm going to say Vigilant. Then, even funded by billionaires, Benny Johnson taking a shot at the president. Apparently the bookmakers, the ones that bet on the presidential race, are saying Biden is dead man walking. Look, he just fell off a fucking cliff. Look at this shit. From here, boom. Trump skyrocketing. So the people that are voting, Vigilant, all right. Vigland. All right, I'll say that. I was close. That's what I said. So I was right. Good to know. Vigland, anyway, fell off a cliff. And no, these people that are taking money, so they usually know what the fuck's up because they ain't losing their goddamn money. Bookies know what the fuck's up. So bookies seem to think Biden done. He donezo, y'all. Meanwhile, new election poll says Michelle Obama can beat Donald Trump. Now, she's repeatedly said she don't want to run. She don't care about running. But, yeah, I kind of agree. Real talk, at what point do you have a duty to your country to prevent it from falling to fascism? If you really don't want to be president, she sort of has to do it anyway, right? Save us from all being executed by this fucking orange mushroom dick monster. Just saying. Vig Eland. I don't think that's right. I think Vigland is right. Anyway, fallout. Lots of people notice, folks. Democrats panicking, scrambling. Here's what was said on our major news media over the last 24 hours. First off, CNN.
The dam is breaking, Jake. Top Democratic leaders, former administration officials, current administration officials, major donors are all telling us privately, and now we're hearing it publicly, that they think that President Biden needs to step aside for the good of the party, for the good of the country. A couple of things they're saying. They do not think the debate was just a one-off event. They think that there is a health problem. They also say you cannot unsee the debate. They're worried, obviously, because of Donald Trump, who they see as an existential threat to democracy, but they're also worried about down ballot races, losing the House and the Senate.
Losing everything because of this guy. Man, I just wish like months ago somebody would have went public and begged the Democrats to push out Joe Biden. I wish somebody would have seen this coming. Oh, well, I guess nobody did. I guess nobody lost tons of fucking support and subscribers for predicting this exactly as it fucking happened. Once again, predicted every goddamn thing. Fine. I'm starting to think I might be psychic. I don't believe in none of that shit, but how do I keep knowing all this stuff? I don't know. Anyway, keeps getting worse. Here's more for CNN.
This is no longer a media framing. This is about elected officials in his own party rebelling against him. To the extent that journalists are the ones raising these questions about the president's fitness, that's now fading into the background because it's his own party asking the questions.
Yeah, they are. I spoke with a House Democratic lawmaker who was asking that question just a short time ago.
Yep, dam is bursting. House of Cards is falling, folks. Democrat governors seek meeting with White House after Biden's poor debate performance. Democratic governors all across the nation scared, worried about the situation. Definitely going to urge Biden to drop out. Emma Vigland, having to give it to snakehead James Carville, was also on CNN calling for the same thing.
What do you think the Democrats should do?
Something different. All right. And I don't know. It'll be messy. It'll be a mess. And you know that's what change is. But if the Democratic Party is so committed to the status quo and so committed to sticking with something that 3/4 of the country doesn't want, then we have to say, why do we exist? What are we here for? But in mine, we were here to change civil rights. We were here to bring change in Medicare and do great things and family and medical leave and expanding health care and great things that are all part of my party and why I love it. But if we can't bring something that people want, I have to doubt our rationale for being here. I really do.
What do you think the
longtime Democrat strategist James Carville, good old snakehead, starting to lose faith in the Democratic Party? Welcome to the party. I lost faith a long time ago, James. Meanwhile, spotted at the White House today. We love you, Joe, but it's time to end your candidacy. We love you, Joe, but it's time to end your candidacy. Yep, Genocide Joe got to go. Even the boomers agree. Time is up, Biden. Get the fuck out. First member of the squad, according to Emma Vigeland. Adjacent, who I've seen weigh in so far, Representative Summer Lee, Democrat Pennsylvania, says maybe folks don't want to hear, but we have timing that is running out. Yeah, we should have done it months ago. Like I said, time is not on our side. We have a few months to do a monumental task. It's not cheap and it's not easy. If our president decides this is not a pathway forward for him, we have to move very quickly. There's not going to be time for a primary. That time has passed. The vice president is the obvious choice. She's sitting right there. She's already been in the White House and has the name recognition and has been on the trail. And the optics of pushing aside a black woman, it's not good. Another one calling Politico says that Boston Globe editorial board calls on Biden to end his camp. They want him to pull out of the campaign. The nation's confidence has been shaken, they say. Major newspaper has backed him in the past. And what you've lost, Adam Conover. Adam ruins everything. You know it's time to turn out the lights. The party's over.
I simply do not understand how Joe Biden still thinks he can win this election. I mean, when you're running for office, there's two kinds of voters, right? There's your base. Those are the people who have your back no matter what. And then there's everybody else, the voters you need to convince. But you got to have your base, right? Well, my dad is a member of Joe Biden's base. He's a true blue Democrat. And he told me yesterday that after the debate, he no longer feels that Joe Biden can do the job of president. Not just beat Trump. He doesn't think that he can be president at all because he has declined that much. And you know what? Half of Democrats feel the same way and don't want Biden to be the nominee. This is the New York Times op-ed section from this week. Every single editorial in it is begging Joe Biden not to run. How are you supposed to win the presidency as a Democrat when you don't have the fucking New York Times on your side? I mean, when your own side is debating whether or not you should drop out, you've already fucking lost. I mean, read the writing on the wall, Joe.
So, damn, it looks bad for Joe Biden, I gotta say, folks. It's looking real bad. I'm thinking he's going to probably pull out. You know it's bad when they put you up against the head of lettuce, the death knell for any politician. Can Joe Biden outlast a head of lettuce? Which is a meme on the internet that they've done against other politicians of the past, where they put up a head of lettuce and they see if you drop out or get fired before the head of lettuce rots. And every single time they do this, it means the politician is dead in the water. They always drop out before the head of lettuce wilts. So expect Joe Biden to die soon. Meanwhile, breaking, President Biden says on conference call, he's staying in. I am running. I'm the leader of the Democratic Party. No one is pushing me out. I've been knocked down before and counted out my whole life. When you get knocked down, you get back up. So there you have it, folks. Definitive. He's definitely not. Yeah, he's going to get knocked down. That's what he has to say, of course, if he hasn't made up his mind yet. Because he's not going to say, well, I'm thinking about it. I don't know, maybe. Because if he decides not to get out of the race, that makes him look weak. So regardless of what he decides, before he decides, he has to say this, of course. And then later he'd be like, oh, I decided to go ahead and do it. And then CNN is reporting that he is saying something slightly different in private.
Good morning. Top of the hour. You are live in the CNN newsroom. I'm Erica Hill in New York, and we do begin this hour with breaking news. The New York Times reporting President Biden has told an ally, a close ally, he is considering whether to stay in the presidential race. This is the first indication Mr. Biden could end his re-election bid as the fallout from his disastrous debate performance continues to be felt. Joining Good morning, Top of...
Yeah, once he starts questioning it in private, folks, it's not looking good. And yep, they reported it. He's privately acknowledged next stretch of days are critical for whether he can save his re-election bid. So basically, this article says that he's clear-eyed. And he's like, hey, if I don't do well in interviews in the last few days, or if the money dries up from the donors, then I know it's time to go. But if I can kill it, if I can get everybody back on the Biden bandwagon, then I'm going to stay in the race. I predict he won't get everybody back. He could. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe he will refuse to go. Maybe he will just take democracy down with him. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, the Democratic apparatus seems to be pushing Kamala Harris. Everywhere I go, everybody's like, Kamala. That's what we did, Kamala, sorry. I say Kamala because I grew up as a wrestling fan, and every time I see that name, I just see a big black guy slapping his belly because it's Kamala, the Ugandan warrior. But anyway, Kamala Harris, apparently she's doing slightly better, though, against Donald Trump. Trump 49, Biden 43, according to CNN post-debate poll. He's only up 2 points against Harris. Now, Harris, as you guys know, is not my first choice, obviously. I'm like, Jon Stewart, maybe, Bernie Sanders, something like that. Even Greg Newsom, maybe. But, I'll take whoever can beat Trump at this point. And also, like, whoever murders less children, that's a big selling point to me. And so, folks, are you ready to take the coconut pill? All over social media, the coconut pill. It's the crazy new, wild, popular thing. Coconut pill. And so it's based off this video. If you wonder, where does the coconut pill come from, Dusty? This.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.
Right. Did you fall out of the coconut tree? That's just a normal thing that moms say all the time. I can't count how many times my mom talked about falling out of the coconut tree. Anyway, coconut pill went super viral everywhere. Everybody was talking about the coconut pill. You take the malarkey pill. You stay up in Biden land and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the coconut pill, and I show you how deep the context goes. And yep, are you ready, Neo? Are you ready to take the coconut pill? And she got 2 pills, and you guys know me. I'm taking both the pills because free drugs, but whatever. Well, you guys do whatever you want to do. What else? Xanax. So that's a big coconut pill right there. Oh, there you go, coconut pill. You take the coconut pill, and I'll show you the context of all in which you live and what came before you. Kamala Harris, gonna coconut tree pill my kids. Yep. Coconuts as far as the eye can see. The only coconut pill I'll be taking this summer. All right, whatever. It's your choice. You don't have to take it. That's why it's a choice. And Mehdi Hassan's on board, folks. King among us, Mehdi Hassan, is all like, I've been coconut pilled. Coconuts are delicious. I will say that. He wrote an article. Kamala Harris may be our only hope. Biden should step aside and endorse her. Never thought I'd write a column like this, but it sadly had to be done. My case for Kamala instead of Joe. So a chorus of Democrat insiders calling for Kamala Harris to be our next presidential candidate. And lots of what I consider cringy, I guess. These are cringy, and I know they're meant to be jokes and satirical, but I can't help it. Like, as cringe as all these videos they're making are, they are somehow warming me up, unironically, to Kamala Harris a little bit. They're having a strange effect. I don't know if that's the purpose of them, but here you go. Wow, a lot of people are saying this video completely changed their mind about Kamala.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? 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 They not like us. Tree? Tree? You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Hell yeah, you are now unburdened by what has been. And you know what? I am a little bit unburdened by what has been. I've been so burdened by what has been, and little bit releasing. I'm kind of liking the coconut pill a little bit. It's coconut tree summer, y'all.
The 10 to get the score. I've been that bitch, yes, I love that drama. Fishy, feminine, up and coming. From the Clintons to the Obamas, I keep it tight. Now they call me mother. Jaded queen, bitch, I love that drama. Fishy, feminine, up and coming. From the Clintons to the Obamas, I keep it tight. Now they call me mother. Woo,
yeah, call me mother. Okay, whatever. I will. mommy? Hell yeah, mommy. Is that okay? Is that fine? And here she is singing with the bus go round and round.
Wheels on the bus go round and round.
Yeah, the bus do go round and round. I know that song. Here she is clapping along to protesters who are protesting the shit out of her. It's like they're singing to me. They're singing about you. Like, yeah, and then the translator's like, yeah, they're calling you a fat bitch, and she's like, oh, okay, well, I'll stop clapping that then, I guess. Oh, okay, it's not the nicest. And here she is, laughing and saying that she loves good news.
I love good news. Love good news. I just love good news.
She loves it, y'all.
I love
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Some people, I guess, love bad news. I'm not one of them. Here's her dancing badly for the kids. Not much rhythm for a black lady. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. She's trying. That's what counts. An effort's being made. I dig it. Oh, get it. All right, mommy. President Mommy. Out here dancing. It's better than Donald Trump. Better than Donald Trump doing this or what he does. Better than Biden can do. At least she's alive. I'll give her that. She's not a corpse. It's an improvement. Okay, let's see what else we got. I missed some of those. Let's see what else we got down here. Scroll down. We got her dancing. What? All right, what's she doing here?
And as always, Wakanda forever.
Okay, is this real?
Paid for by Kamala Harris.
Okay, that can't be real.
And as always, Wakanda forever.
Huh? What you talking about,
Paid
Willis?
for by Kamala Harris.
All right, I love it. Wakanda forever.
And as
Fuck yeah.
always,
I love the movies.
Wakanda
Why not?
forever.
Why not? Sure, America. Sure. I'm on board. Do an invitation. Oh, yeah, here she's goofy as shit. People were like, hey, she goofy as fuck. We like that.
All right. Okay, see you guys later. It's the Bennetts.
Hello, Madam Vice President. Hello, Senator Bennett. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
She's mocking him. That's pretty funny. I like it. Got a sense of humor. She's winning me over. I'm just saying, folks. I'm easy, though. Like, I'm easy. Just alive, not Donald Trump. Slightly less child murder. That's all I want. That's all I ask. It's not a lot. Here she is throwing the first brick at Stonewall.
I like it.
Yes.
I like
This is
it.
the song of the summer, okay?
Okay, I gotta stop that because they're gonna copyright me for that. Whatever. Here she is. What is she saying here? Let's see.
I see our college students. And let me just tell you, I love Gen Z. I don't know if some people, I love Gen Z.
I don't like it. I hate everybody.
So, okay, for the older adults, this is going to be a humbling thing I'm about to share with you. If someone is 18 years old today, they were born in 2005. Oh, yeah, check that out. Think about that for a minute.
I'm thinking. All right, she's happy about it. I'm just happy she's happy, to be honest with you. Well, what can be unburdened by what has been?
I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been.
All right, I like it. I'm not going to play the rest of it. That's good enough for me. Oh, and this one is just the worst ever.
I've been thinking that we really all need a tremendous hug in the world right now.
Yeah.
But in our country, we need you to be Mamala of the country. I've been thinking.
Okay, anyway, still fine, whatever, mommy, I'm good with it, I'm fine. Better than Daddy Trump, way better, anything's better, like literally anything's fucking better. So, anyway, I'm a little bit, she growled on me, folks, but I am very, very easy to please at this point. And of note, apparently, she's been pushing the White House to be more sympathetic towards Palestinians, like anything other than blind loyalty to Israel, selling us out in every possible way to the Zionists. Administration officials watered down Kamala Harris's Gaza speech before delivery. 3 current U.S. officials and former U.S. official said the National Security Council toned down parts of Harris's widely covered speech. The vice president office denied it was watered down. Kamala Harris says she would eliminate the filibuster to pass the Green New Deal. I don't know if she will, but I like her pretending she will. That's better than the corpse is doing, right? This one says, even before Harris called for a 6-week ceasefire, people inside and outside the Biden administration who are critical of Biden's handling of the war viewed Harris as wanting but unable to take a more forceful stance against the fighting in Gaza. A Democrat who helped elect Biden in 2020 told NBC News. The person said Harris had gone to great lengths to show up as a more empathetic voice in her outreach to Muslims and Arab Americans, as well as other Democrats who are disturbed by the worsening situation after months of bombardments. Her hands are tied, the person said. People are not attacking her because they know that this is not her policy. This is Biden's war. This is Biden's failure. I think she would have asked for a ceasefire a long time ago, the person added. So, fuck yeah! Hey, like, all I want is slightly less child murders. Like, I know, like, there's not gonna be no child murders. We're America. Child murders are basically our cottage industry, but like any fewer child murders is better. Even just two less child murders. I mean, we're talking about tens of thousands of child murders. 2 child murders might not seem like a lot, but I bet it's a lot to those children. I bet it's a lot to their families who are like, sucks about my neighbor's children, but I'm glad they didn't kill mine, right? So we can do it, America. We can kill slightly less children. That's where the bar has been set. We are terrible. And that is my Ride with Biden coverage tonight. What you guys think? Are you on board? Are you coconut pilled? Are you ready to swallow? Are we ready to swallow mama seed? Let me know. Harris can't be king. She is not qualified. I mean, she could be queen, I guess. Queens are pretty ruthless. I'm going to vote for her if she locks Trump up once elected. I mean, you'll vote for her if she's on the ticket, period. Let's not kid ourselves. Kamala Harris 2024. That's not very nice. Superdelegates negated John Glenn being president. Okay. Send me to Gitmo after that. Kamala that's not very clever, to be honest with you. Mamala's better than the Kamala. That's dumb. Yikes! Cringe. Marmala, yes, it is cringe, but hey, you know what you gonna do? They're the Democrats, right? They suck. They're losers, but the bar is so fucking low. Nobody can limbo under it, right? So she can just step right over it. Don't even have to hop. Just very, very, just slight step. You're over the bar. Anything but oranges. True story. She was a DA. She is a cop. So, not the best, but I'm just saying, folks, not my first choice. Obviously, right? Jon Stewart, Michelle Obama. Those two. Boom. Winner, chicken dinner. Landslide. But, like, if that's the choice that they give us, then it's better than Biden, probably. We'll see what happens. As always, I'll keep you guys up to date on how all this shit shakes out. And, all right, get your super chats in, folks. We're going to do religious bullshit. And then we're going to read all the super chats. So immortalize yourself and help out the world's greatest show. If you think I killed it, reward me for it. But for now, all the party people sing religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Oh, religious bullshit. You guys remember Benny Hinn? He's the guy that can heal you by smacking you with his coat. Can slap you right down with it. It turns out he might be, and I'm still checking into this, a shameless con man. Here he is, scaring the idiots who would believe a fucking word he says, that the world is about to end. But don't worry, folks. There is one way you can protect yourself from the horrors that are about to come your way. Guess what it is?
Well, listen, I want you to give to the Lord's word.
Amen.
I want you to sow seed in the Lord's word.
Sow a big seed all over his face.
We are facing days of such darkness and such danger unseen in the history of mankind.
Oh, no. Yeah. Worse than the Dark Ages?
Unseen since Adam.
Oh, since Adam. So it didn't happen?
Worse than anything that has happened in the past.
Oh, God.
What's coming on the way?
Yes, sir.
And only those who've been faithful in giving to God's work
Yes.
will be protected financially in those days.
You better give him your money so you'll get money back. That's how it works.
I believe that.
I believe that. I believe it. This man, he's a man of God, and you all are going to die unless you give him more money. He needs another jet, y'all. He needs 2 or 3 more mansions. Hurry up before it's too late. Meanwhile, yeah, they're still raping your kids. Florida pastor arrested after police discovered images of him raping a 2-year-old. 43-year-old Jonathan Elwing was smacked with over a dozen felony charges after police made a disturbing discovery. He went into that church professing to be a man of God, but he's really nothing more than a liar and a sexual predator, Manatee County Sheriff Rick Wells said during a press conference. Elwing allegedly used cryptocurrency to purchase disturbing material on the net. I covered it in the last show, but...
Professing to be a man of God, a pastor, and to have all these people in your congregation that trusted in you is sickening to all of us to know what his true intent was.
Right now, the concern is are there other victims, potential victims, given his close contact with children as a leader of the church? There was a couple found at his residence, and then the rest of them were found in his church office on his desk.
This is a monster. This is a man who went to great lengths to hide his true identity.
Well, I'm sure he
professing.
Yeah, he is a pedophile. Obviously, he's not going to broadcast that, but you should have known it for the fact that he's a preacher. Just automatically assumed from now on. God damn it. And then Lexington pastor arrested facing sexual abuse and exploitation charges involving a minor. You can do it.
I'm Megan Mannering.
And I'm Larry Smith. Glad you're with us tonight. Disturbing detail. Case against a former Lexington pastor. Zach King faces a string of felony sex charges involving a young teenager.
Some of the allegations are hard to hear. LEX 18's Lee Searcy was in court for today's hearing and spoke to a former church volunteer for tonight's big story at 6.
For several years, Zachary King was a trusted executive pastor here at Lex City Church. But now he's behind bars, charged with rape, sodomy, and sexual abuse. Police say he admitted having sex with a teenage girl, starting when she was 15 years old, from January of 2023 to April of this year. According to the citation, King said the two had sex at the teen's home, his home, and at the church, and that he would call and message the minor to arrange the meetups.
But at the church, of course. Charge the fucking parents. Meanwhile, this is why I don't go to movies anymore, folks. People are such assholes, and of course, Christians can't shut the fuck up about anything. This is at the movie Inside Out 2.
Anxiety? You need to let her go.
Out in the name of Jesus. Out. Anxiety, out in the name of Jesus.
Shut the fuck up. God damn it. I'm usually not for bullying, but would somebody please step up? Take one for the fucking team. Look at this goddamn nerd wearing the stupid Jesus shirt. Only he can, I'm assuming it says molest you in the booty or something like that. And yeah, out in the name of Jesus. Out in the name of Jesus. Yeah, the only thing needs to come out is you do. Come out of that closet. You are clearly a gay teen repressing your sexuality with your Christianity. Come out immediately. You know you want to grow up and have some dude turn you inside out too. Shut up! And then, not funny, Dusty. This advertising for this E-Eek Holy case. Yeah, this is a fucking advertisement, folks. Christians are so weird. First off, she crying, taking a video of her sleeping husband, which is already fucking weird. It says, POV, your boyfriend is a man of God. And she cried about it, y'all. So there's only 2 options here. First, you're a creepy weirdo who is filming your boyfriend while he's asleep and crying about it. Or he's fake sleeping and you're faking it. Either way, it makes you look terrible. Anyway, it's an advertisement for this stupid phone case that puts a Bible verse on the back of your phone case. I assume you can put anything back there, like porn, so that's what I'm going to use it for. Yeah, weird, God, they're so weird. So amazingly weird at all times. And then one more, folks, on religious bullshit. So you know how Christians are so pious? They're the best people among us at all times. They're always just going around doing good just for the sake of doing good, not because they want any accolades or any praise, just because they love Jesus so much they want to be like him. Well, here's a story about a guy who went into a restaurant and he gave the waitress a tip for $3,000. $3,000. The bill was only $17 and she left him a $3,000 tip. Or he left her. Wrote on the tip, "Tips for Jesus. You were so nice. You were such a good server that Jesus put it on my heart to give you $3,000. Made her fucking week, made her month, made her year. So happy, so excited. They went back to his table and they're like, "Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure?" And he's like, yes, Jesus put it on my heart. I don't need no accolade. I don't need no praise. I'm a good Christian man. Jesus. So the restaurant gave her the $3,000 and he declined the credit card. He declined it. And now they're suing him. They're suing him over the $3,000 they already had to pay the waitress. So, yep, he loves Jesus, but he don't love Jesus $3,000 worth. He got his hit of endorphins, his dopamine. He got his praise, everybody kissing his ass and sucking his dick. The moment he got home, he was like, "Oh my God, why did I get $3,000? I don't even give a shit about that bitch. Fuck you." So a big fuck you from Jesus. As always, Christians, they're the worst. And that's my religious bullshit for tonight. Hell yeah. Making good time. Folks, I have a Patreon site. It's right here. Boom. If you are watching this video and you're watching my handsome ass, good God, look at that man. That hunka burning love. If you click on the more button, boom, it pops down. And the very first link. First off, it tells you that my show is on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. If you're not in Central or Eastern time zone, just figure it the fuck out. You can do it. I have faith in you. It's never going to tell you my show is on because YouTube has shadow banned me for 99% of my audience. So just show up. Just show up every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. It's funner to watch it live because you can comment, and I go back and I read most of the comments, and it's fun because I have the best audience in the world. You make friends. It's the best people. But even more importantly, click on the very first link, and every description of every video takes you to my Patreon, and then become a member. Please become a member of my Patreon. Please. I'm begging you. So here's what you get. Not for nothing. The After Party is a show I do every night after this show, and that's where the real shit happens. Like, I don't even know what this fake shit I'm doing right now is. Just, I open my mouth and diarrhea falls out. But once this show's over, then I really turn it on. Look at this. Tonight, the After Party, it starts here. Boom. And it goes all the way down here. We have like 20 topics that I'm not going to cover in the main show. Not only do you get access to tonight's After Party, you get a ticket. But you get a ticket to every After Party I've ever done. There's like hundreds. Plus, you get to support the greatest show in the world. So please support the art you enjoy so it don't disappear and to help me and the floating kitties out. Thank you. I don't make any money off ads. I don't make any money off selling things. I only make money if you guys directly support the show. So please do. And all right, let's go ahead and read the super chats. Hell yeah, we did it. Nope, don't close that, Dusty. Don't be a fucking moron. All right, let's get set up for the next section after the super chat. Sorry, boom. We go to Chud Watch coming back from the super chats. But let's do it. Super chats. Hope they all show up tonight. Fan funding. Boom. There we go. For some reason, I don't think it's showing up the gifts for some reason. I'm going to have to go over here and double check them. But first off, BBC, $20. What up, BBC? How you doing tonight with your sexy ass? Thank you, King. Rebecca Poise, he wrote of the show, the irony of the 4th of July following the Supreme Court decision to make the president a monarch will be on the rerun crew. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow on your 4th. And everybody have a good 4th. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day. All right, cat ass. No, not yet. It's not yet. He's like, but you're talking. You're doing the voice, Dusty. You're doing the voice, Daddy. Nope, not yet. That should say 12 years. What should say 12 years? You've been a dust buddy for 12 years? Get the 20. Mr. Anderson is showing up. Hello, Mr. Anderson. I gave you a shout out in the last show. I don't know if you saw it, but thank you. Mr. Anderson, always a hero with those socialisms, those tickets. He gave 20 of you lucky motherfuckers a ticket to tonight's after party and after parties all month long. Check the community section of YouTube for your link to tonight's after party and show up and give Mr. Anderson your love. And BBC gave 5 once again. You guys that got tickets, give BBC your love and show up tonight. Thanks, BBC. And Jason Ashby also gave 5 of you guys. That's how to do it. Best community. This is why it's important to show up. If you're watching the replay, you need to show up live because you might get a free ticket that lasts all month. Free. They're just giving them away. So that is motivation to show up at the live show, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Thank you, Mr. Anderson, BBC, and Jason Ashby. Sharon Pate. Isn't she the one that Charles Manson killed? Got my Social Security. I know that's not. I know it's like Sharon Tate. I'm just kidding. She got my Social Security today, so here is love from my cat Jinx. Hey, big scritches to Jinx, and thank you, Sharon Pate. Stay away from cult members. Michael Stable, Dusty, please give a shout out to my 2 cats, Alfred and Lisa. What up, Alfred? Hey, Lisa. They are my best friends, and I love them very much. Hell yeah, that's the way to do it. You rock, Michael Stable. Love you, dude. And 10 socialisms from Mitchell Guide. Everybody show up to after party and give Mitchell Guide your love. You got a ticket. Thank you, Mitchell. Agent Orange, what up, Agent? It's now finally Bernie's new time to shine. Hell yeah, Bernie, Kamala Bernie. Anything Bernie. Bernie, just put him on there twice. It's so nice. 3rd time's the charm, baby. Hell yeah, I'm with it. Thank you, Agent Orange. Good to see you tonight. Lock up Mamala. Look up the Mamala clip. I just did. I played it, didn't I? Didn't I play it? Dusty Mamala is Jewish for motherly Harris Newsom. All right, I'm on board. Anything but child killer, orange turd. No taxation without representation. Fuck yeah. I guess I'm never paying taxes again. Thank you, Blazing Chronic. Blaze it. Tim Apple, it's if the economy is doing so great, give people a performance bonus, maybe 2% levy on billionaires. You misspelled 99%. I say 99% tax on everything above $5 million a year. That's just me, but I am never going to win. Kevin Milligan, $30. Very generous from Kevin Milligan. Someone's definitely missing because I saw something pop up that's not showing up. You had me at Giant ZX. I think I'm going to need that. No matter what happens, bald Tim Pool will still be bald, but I will have the digital immortality. Let the supersonic nukes fly. We will still exist on fossilized servers. Hell yeah, you are now immortal. The nanobots know you exist, and they are going to come back and resurrect you. So good on you, and thank you, Kevin Milligan. And I know there's some that didn't show up. I saw a 50 pop up. There it is. Why didn't it show up? There it is. Luff Monkey. This definitely feels like an RRBGB situation with Biden. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. If he had any decency, which he doesn't, he's a child murderer, he would immediately get out of the race. But, we'll see what happens. He's the worst. And Love Monkey 0327, you are so far tonight. Super chat. Howie, jump of the world. Here's your belt, King. Appreciate you. Thank you. And I hope I didn't miss anybody else. Mitchell Guy. Did I say Mitchell Guy gave 10? I hope I did. I hate that. Boogie Boogs. Nope. Kevin Milligan. Did I get Kevin Milligan's? I hate this thing. It's not showing me everything. Yep, I said that. Tim Apple. I did that one. You guys let me know if I didn't get anybody because I feel real fucking bad. It's my whole job to read shit and sometimes they don't show up. And all right, folks, plenty of time to get your super chats in and immortalize yourself forever and ever on the world's greatest show. People will be watching this 1,000 years from now. They'll be like, you existed. So that's pretty important. You're going to be dead and you're going to care. So do it. But for now, it's time for Chud Watch. We talk about Chud in his hottest blood. Sweat my balls off. Woo! Rush up. Oh, that's Chud Watch. Prepare your shock face, folks. Apparently, they released a bunch of Jeffrey Epstein files, and it turned out Trump was all over it. Who could have possibly seen that Trump was a pedophile?
There was a big document.
All right, let's try this again.
There was a big document dump down in Florida today. These documents were regarding Jeffrey Epstein and his grand jury hearing some 16 years ago. There's 200 pages to these documents, and here tell that some pretty crazy and disgusting shit are in those documents. There's also some names, particularly in the call logs. And to you Trumplafucks, guess who doesn't show up in those call logs? Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton. They don't show up in the call logs, but you know who does quite a bit? Donald motherfucking Trump.
What?
Yeah, between 2004 and 2005, he was calling on the regular. That's just before he married Melania. He was calling all the time. There's all kinds of records of Donald Trump calling Jeffrey Epstein. And here's one message he left. He said, "Hey, I'm between girls. I just wanted to call to verify my massage."
Oh, verify my massage. You might recall, if you know anything about the Jeffrey Epstein case, that what he was doing was he was getting massages mostly from underage girls, and it was leading to sex. He was finding every young, what he considered attractive underage girl in town and paying them hundreds of dollars each for massages that led to sexual rapes. That's the word I'm looking for. And so, yes, 100% what Donald Trump was talking about, young girls massaging him. But here's the thing, like, no Trump supporter actually gives a shit about any of this. They only talk about hating pedophiles to throw you off the scent. Literally, Donald Trump could rape their own child right in front of them, and they would not care. They are already all in. It is sunk cost fallacy. He is their man, and there's literally zero he could ever do to stop that, to change that. Which is why you never argue with the Trump supporter. There's no reason to tell them anything. There's no reason to show them any of this because they don't care. Now, they pretend like they care, but the reason they do that is because they can't tell the truth. Because if they told you the truth, hey, I don't give a shit if he rapes my kid in front of me, then they know how that will make them look. So they have to lie and they have to pretend like they don't believe any of this. This is all fake news. It's all bullshit. They don't believe it, but they don't care if it's true. They just want you to think they do.
Apparently, Donnie was athletic back then and needed to loosen up some muscles.
Mushroom muscle.
He's a disgusting piece of shit, and these documents need to be exposed. People need to understand that he was tied very closely to Jeffrey Epstein, who in fact is an absolute piece of shit. And because he and Donnie were best of friends and partaking in the same kind of activities, that makes Donald Trump a special kind of piece of shit. You Trumplafucks can try to deny it, but what's in the documents is in the documents. So tell us what you think about Donald Trump now.
They don't care. The same. 100% the same. Nothing he could do. He could cut off their arms and feed it to them, and they would blame themselves for it.
Donald Trump's name appears again and again and again and again in the new document dump that just took place of the grand jury documents relating to criminal proceedings against Jeffrey Epstein. You'll recall back in February, the Florida legislature enacted a law, it was signed into law rather, by Governor DeSantis to release the criminal grand jury files of Epstein. Circuit Judge Luis Delgado ordered the 16-year-old documents released, writing that details in the record will be outrageous for decent people. Nearly 200 pages of documents.
Lucky for Trump, none of his supporters are decent.
Have been released containing details of Epstein's crimes, including firsthand accounts from victims and specifics about payoffs to underage victims. And take a look whose name appears over and over and over again in the call log. As one commentator wrote, prior to marrying Melania in January 2005, Trump was calling Jeffrey Epstein in 2004 on the regular.
On the regular, but like I said, none of them care. They'll just say it's fake news, even though they know it's not. Even though you just saw with your own eyes Jeffrey Epstein's own handwriting, they'll just pretend like they don't believe it. Meanwhile,
would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you?
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know it. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff.
A lot of phony stuff. In case it ever gets released someday, just immediately don't believe it. Less so that. To be honest with you, less than the rest because of the phony stuff, not because I'm in it repeatedly, not because it paints me as a pedophile that nobody could possibly deny if they had an ounce of fucking integrity, because of the facts. Probably less, probably.
World, but I think I would, or at least.
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore trust?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others.
What an odd thing.
I don't know about Epstein. From the guy when asked about Ghislaine Maxwell, response was, I just wish her well. I just wish her well. I wish this pedophile who's going to prison for the rest of her life so well because we were such close friends. Hey, seems suspicious to me, folks, but what do I know? I'm just an idiot libtard. I got Donald Trump derangement syndrome, right? The only reason I'm reporting on this is because I'm deranged, all right? It's not that Donald Trump was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein and molested children continuously, and you just saw right there from his own lips, he doesn't really want to declassify those documents. It's not because of that, folks. It's because I am fucked up in the brain. That's the truth. Meanwhile, yeah, he got a horseshoe up his ass, but no, it's because there's a two-tier justice system. The rich and the powerful never get held accountable. Breaking Trump's sentencing is postponed until September 18th. It was supposed to happen already pretty much, and now it's postponed again. They kick the can down the road again and again and again. If such is still necessary, might not even be necessary to sentence him to anything, folks. No accountability for when you're rich and powerful, when you're a pedophile. Nothing happens to you because we are the worst country on earth. Meanwhile, Donald Trump says fake elector scheme was an official act. Of course it was. Hey, I was trying to overthrow the government with a bunch of fake electorates that I set up, but I was doing it officially as the president, which is, you know, legal. That's part of me being a king, baby, according to the Supreme Court. Everything I did, storing classified documents in my bathroom, official. Can't hold me accountable for anything, the Supreme Court said. Meanwhile, as you guys know, the Supreme Court just ruled that anything Donald Trump or any president does as an official act, which they're the ones that declare what an official act is not prosecutable, immune from prosecution, only, and also you're going to laugh. Here was them when they were being vetted to be Supreme Court justice. Here's what they said they were going to do in this exact situation. This is Samuel Alito, 2006.
I don't think the president is above the law. No person in this country, no matter how high or powerful, is above the law. It has been a particular honor for me to serve on the Court of Appeals for these past 15 years because it has given me the opportunity to use whatever talent I have to serve my country by upholding the rule of law. And there is nothing that is more important for our republic than the rule of law.
I know, right?
No person in this country, no matter how high or powerful, is above the law, and no person in this country is beneath the law. 15 years ago, when I was sworn in as a judge of the Court of Appeals, I took an oath. I put my hand on the Bible, and I swore that I would administer justice without respect to persons.
Oh, really?
That I would do equal right to the poor and to the rich, and that I would carry out my duties under the Constitution and the laws of the United States.
Much like the Bible, your word wasn't worth the piece of paper it was fucking written down on. Here is another Supreme Court justice that voted to make Donald Trump a king. Justice Chief John Roberts.
I believe that no one is above the law under our system, and that includes the president. The president is fully bound by the law, the Constitution, and statutes.
Yeah, there you have it, folks. I would never betray my Constitution and my country. Here's Turtle Dick and Brett Kavanaugh.
President Trump is still liable for everything he did while he was in office as an ordinary citizen. Unless the statute of limitations is run, still liable for everything he did while he was in office. Didn't get away with anything yet. We have a criminal justice system in this country. We have civil litigation. And former presidents are not immune from being accountable by either one.
They are. No one's above the law in the United States. That's a foundational principle that I've talked about, coming from Federalist 69, coming from the structure of the Constitution. We're all equal before the law in the United States of America. The foundation of our Constitution was that, as Hamilton explained in Federalist 69, the presidency would not be a monarchy, and it specified all the ways that under the Constitution, the president is not above the law. No one is above the law.
Yeah, you don't say. Oh, well, who gives a shit? Who were those people? We don't even know who that was. Look, in their defense, they didn't realize they were going to join a cult before they said all that. So it's all over once they join a cult. Nothing they said before can be used against them. They plead the fifth. And meanwhile, as Mark Ruffalo, also known as The Incredible Hulk, says, just for the record, history is repeating itself, and yes, it is. March 1933, the Enabling Act becomes law in Germany, giving the chief executive power enforce his own laws without checks and balances. The passing of the act marked the formal transition from democratic republic to totalitarian dictatorship. 6 months later, it was a one-party state, which is exactly what they want to do. Set up the 2025 project, make Trump a dictator, take over the entire fucking country. And they're not even trying to hide it, folks. Not trying to hide it, really. Apparently, when Trump was in the White House, he had conversations with his Secretary of Defense, Mark Esper, which is this gentleman right here, where he suggested they shoot protesters in Washington, D.C., folks, to give you a little sneak peek of what's coming if Trump wins again. Now that they made him dictators, here's what he's going to do.
He's going to finally give a direct order to deploy paratroopers into the streets of Washington, D.C., and I'm thinking with weapons and bayonets. And this would be horrible.
What specifically was he suggesting that the U.S. military should do to these protesters?
He says, can't you just shoot them? Just shoot them in the legs or something. And he's suggesting that that's what we should do, that we should bring in the troops and shoot the protesters.
The commander-in-chief was suggesting that the U.S. military shoot protesters.
Yes, in the streets of our nation's capital. That's right.
So there you have it, folks. That's what he's going to do to Palestinian protesters. That's what he's going to do to the college students. He's going to be immune from the law. He's going to say, as an official act of my duties as president, I had to do this. And he's going to murder U.S. citizens, and he's going to get away with it. They're going to let him get away with it. He's telegraphing exactly what he wants to do. Trump calls for jailing and televised military tribunals of Mike Pence and Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell, turtle dick, could not have sucked those orange balls any more than he did. Doesn't matter, folks. His own fucking vice president. This is what he's doing to his own people. Imagine what he's going to do to the fucking rest of us. It's going to be Night of the Knives all over again, folks. And yeah, a little too on the nose from The Onion. New Trump ad shows montage of people he'll kill if elected. That's not even a joke, though. That's almost exactly what he's doing. Meanwhile, don't worry, folks. According to this genius article from Raw Story, we can all breathe easy because the decision will be overturned, says law expert, so we can breathe a sigh of relief. I actually read the article, and it said it's going to be overturned after a couple decades. So, yay! Only a few decades of Trump as dictator. I'm sure after a few decades, they'll work it out and overturn. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Just settle your pretty little head down, y'all. It's all good. And Trump sycophants, the people running the 2025 project, they're not hiding it at all, folks. They're literally just saying it directly out loud.
That we are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
That's right. We're in the process of the Second American Revolution, except for this time, instead of fighting a king, we're going to put a king in place and take over everything. And hey, we won't kill all you lefties while we do it, unless you make us. Hey, if you make us kill you, we're going to have to kill you, but we will do it bloodlessly. We will take over everything. We will destroy the democracy. We will put a dictator in office for life bloodlessly. Unless you make us kill you. That's the implication for sure, folks. Scary, scary times indeed. And yeah, I hope everybody's paying attention. Here's CJ Engel another one of the 2025 Project disciples. We're coming for the Civil Rights Act next, then the New Deal. We're going to repeal the 20th century. And that's what it's all about, folks. Regressing us back to the dark age. No more no-fault divorces. Women have to stay in loveless marriages where they're abused. Women won't be allowed to vote anymore. Landowners, I guess, will be the only ones allowed to vote. Repeal all the civil rights acts. Going to take us back to the 1800s again. They aren't trying to hide it, folks. They are saying it plain as day, right to our faces. And they are odds-on favorites to win right now in this shit-stained country in which we live. Meanwhile, at least a little bit, the media is starting to talk about what I've been talking about for at least a year now. I've been sounding the alarm on Project 2025 for at least a year now, saying it as loud as I can say it. Very few people have taken up the mantle to call it out, but finally, the media coming around to where I was a year ago. Here's MSNBC.
No, it's not a game, and this is not a drill. Project 2025 is their plan. It is serious. It's in writing. It's public. It is a chilling approach to running our federal government that got all the more chilling after the Supreme Court granted Donald Trump absolute immunity. It's the plan that Trump would implement on day one should he prevail in the November election and end up back in the Oval Office. That was actress Taraji P. Henson delivering that warning during Sunday's BET Awards to make sure that her audience and all Americans wake up about what is truly at stake this November, a full-scale reimagining of our entire system of government and who runs it in Donald Trump's image and vision. The mission statement for Project 2025 is a plan assembled by the Heritage Foundation. Sounds like something you'd read on the ex-president's Truth Social feed, and there's no evidence to rebut that that's exactly where it came from. Quote, "It is not enough for conservatives to win elections. If we are going to rescue the country from the grip of the radical left, we need both a governing agenda and the right people in place, ready to carry this agenda out on day one of the next conservative administration." Axios has new reporting on what they describe as Trump's imperial presidency in waiting, writing this, quote, "Trump promises an unabashedly imperial presidency, one that would turn the Justice Department against critics, deport millions of people in the U.S. illegally, slap 10% tariffs on thousands of products, fire perhaps tens of thousands of government staff deemed insufficiently loyal. He'd stretch the powers of the presidency in ways not seen in our lifetime. He says this consistently and clearly, so it is not conjecture." A few other headlines from Project 2025's 900
fear-mongering. Obviously, you have not read Project 2025. This is literally what they say in detail. Every one of them say they're going to do this, and Trump says he's on board. So look, once again, this is how they just try to hand wave away. We're just reporting what directly they're saying. They'll just claim you're fear-mongering or you have derangement syndrome. But it's not working, motherfuckers. We see with our own eyes exactly what their plans are. They're all out in public. They're all in the open. We don't believe you over our own eyes.
Page Plus mandate, putting Christianity at the center of American life and government, criminalizing the mailing of abortion medication, the most common form of abortion care, criminalizing sending that through the mail, taking the word abortion out of all laws, policies, and regulations, as well as terms relating to gender and sexual identity, removing protections for the environment, denying climate change, eliminating the Department of Education.
Seems bad. Seems real bad. And once again, odds on favor of winning right now. He is in the lead. If this is where we're at as a country right now. Meanwhile, I thought Rudy Giuliani already got disbarred, but apparently he just got disbarred in New York as court finds he repeatedly lied about Trump 2020 election laws. So, at least some slight good news. And yes, it's hard to imagine how somebody could fall this far, this fast. It's only 20 years apart, folks. Times Person of the Year, 2002. Now disbarred following criminal indictments. And man, I know that's a 20-year difference, but that's a hard 20 years. He completely sold out every bit of goodwill he garnered his entire career for Donald Trump. What a fucking loser. God damn. And say what you want about JFK Jr., but he has some amusing headlines, folks. Let's do the random headline generator. RFK Jr. denies eating a dog while sidestepping sexual assault allegations in a Vanity Fair article. Oh my. All right, I'll allow it. Let's check into this one. First off, apparently this is a photo of him eating a dog. Yeah, seems bad, RFK Jr. I am no political expert, but I suggest don't eat dogs. Don't shoot them. Don't eat them. Seems like a bad idea to me. What the fuck do I know, okay? You do you. Gravel voice. Here he is trying to defend himself about eating a dog.
This Vanity Fair story, I want to give you an opportunity to address it. That has a picture of you holding up what looks like a carcass of a dog and pretending to take a bite out of it. It's getting a lot of attention. So I want to ask you if you want to explain that photo. Is that a cheap fake? Is that a real photo? What was going on there?
Now, that is a real photo. It's of me at a campfire in Patagonia on the Fulefu River eating a goat, which is what we eat down there. Vanity Fair said that they talked to veterinarians who assured them that it was a dog, that they had meta-analysis that showed that it was in Korea and that it was in Korea of me eating a dog, and that statement is emblematic of the entire article, of the lack of sort of journalistic standards throughout that article.
That's right, Max. I would never eat a dog. You can trust me. I got it on its face and on its voice. I don't like the taste of dogs. Now a fucking cat. I would eat the shit out of a fucking cat, but I would never eat a dog.
Nice. Goddamn, I look forward to listening to that voice for the next 4 years. Meanwhile, apparently he'll eat anything in the world except for a dog, according to him.
I wouldn't eat a human. I wouldn't eat a monkey. And I wouldn't eat a dog. I think I'd eat anything else.
A dick? Would you eat a dick? Elephant? Gonna eat elephant? Would you eat
I am a
pony?
very adventurous eater. I'll eat virtually anything.
Would you eat an ass?
I'll eat virtually anything.
The thinking on your end behind getting an emu for her daughter early in the dating process.
Hey, everybody. These are my two ravens.
Ravens are smart.
They're not actually mine. I'm just taming them. But they live in a palm tree. I think I'd eat anything. Anyway, that's the male in the back and the female in the front. And I'm working on getting them to eat out of my hand. I am a very adventurous eater.
Eagle?
I'm covered with ladybugs. I'll eat anything. And this is what we all should be doing. Anyway, God bless you. Have a great day. I had a friend who was in New York for the Emmys. He said to a bird that I need brought to the West Coast, a pet bird. Can you bring him out here on the plane? When he realized it was like a 7-foot bird, he wasn't that happy. I wasn't that happy. I am a very adventurous eater. I'll eat virtually anything.
Virtually anything, folks. So please eat shit. And then they ask him about, hey, you have a babysitter who said that you sexually assaulted her back in your 40s. Would you care to comment on that?
I am not a church boy. I am not running like that. I said I had a very, very rambunctious youth.
You were in your 40s.
I said in my announcement speech that I have so many skeletons in my closet.
That is a back.
I got so many skeletons in my closet. Yeah, I'm fucking molested by babies all over my scale. You should vote for me, folks.
But if they could all vote, I could run for king of the world. Mm-hmm. So, this Vanity Fair is recycling 30-year-old stories, and I'm not, going to comment on the details of any of them, but I am who I am.
I am who I am. Sometimes you have to sexually assault your babysitter. What you gonna do, baby? It was a long time ago when I was a young man of 45.
Talking there about the nanny situation. I mean, I do have to ask her. I mean, are you denying it or not?
I'm not going to comment on it.
All right. Well, I gave you the opportunity.
I am not a church boy. I am
not a church boy, folks. Not gonna comment. Not saying I didn't do it, but I will eat anything. So yikes. Super yikes. Goddamn. And that is my Chud watch for tonight. Woo. At least I don't think he'll get elected. I'd still vote for him over Trump, but good God, anybody but those fucking two. What horrible, horrible choices we have in this fucking country. God damn. We're such losers. What happened? I guess it's always been like this, but it's really obvious now. I do, however, deep throat wire brushes. True story. Maybe he'll eat the alley cat. He's an adventurous eater, that's for sure. He gave the babysitter a tip. That's not funny, Bryant. Wow, this is the king we were waiting for. Yep. We need more Kennedys. We need more dynasties. Just keep putting the same families in power over and over and over again. Definitely doesn't lead to any problems in the country, does it? And, all right, get your super chats in, folks. We're going to do a Free Palestine, but don't bail out, because after the Free Palestine, we're going to do a Trash World, and then we're going to do Beyond Parody. So still plenty of show left. But raise your power fist. Prepare to get depressed as shit. But y'all, we're going to Free Palestine. There we go. Boom. All right, Kat. Everything you're doing right now is unhelpful. Everything. Everything's unhelpful. I know you're not. Get off. You're not helping. Get off. All right, come on. Help me. Help me out. Help me help you. And first off, on Free Palestine, Israel bombed Palestinians gathering to get water, folks. I can't show you the video because it's literally a guy with his head removed. So I'm not going to show you. But people dying of thirst. Just trying to live in the fucking desert. And of course they bombed them and killed them. And here's the video of their decapitated bodies. They would tell you about Hamas decapitating people. If you want to see it, you can follow me on Twitter at CultofDusty1. All the videos I show are liked in my liked area. I guess you can't see likes anymore. Maybe you can't see that. Anyway, it's on there if you guys want to see it. Another one. Israel just beheaded a civilian. This is the most fucked up thing I've seen today. I can't show it to you. But believe me, if I click this button, you would see a beheaded person. Somebody who had their head blown off their shoulders. I'm not going to show you, though. I don't want you to have to see that like I did. Meanwhile, no dead bodies here. But it's still important to understand what is happening. Every one of these people Israel killed. All these children Israel killed. All these men, all these women, all these babies Israel killed. These are not Hamas. These are not terrorists. These are your brothers, your mothers, your sisters, and your children. Normal people who had dreams, goals, and hopes, who did nothing wrong. It's not Hamas's fault. It's Israel's fault. It's Joe Biden's fault. It's the people who supplied the bombs. It's the people who dropped the bombs. It's their fucking fault. Just because they might have been in proximity, and who knows if they were even in proximity in Hamas. That's probably bullshit too. But even if they were, that does not justify their murder. If Hamas came to the United States and they moved in next door to you, does that justify the government murdering your entire family next door? Of course it doesn't. Would the government be responsible if they killed your entire family because Hamas lived next door? Yes, they would be responsible. Removing their agency makes you part of the fucking evil. Don't look away. Meanwhile, they're interviewing this little child, folks. My name is Basan. What is your name? Fasal. How old are you? 5 years old. 5 years? What do you think of your stay here? Do you like the new place? Do you prefer to Gaza City more? I prefer to stay in the south. I don't like Gaza City. Why? Because the soldiers went there and they destroyed our street. Then when we went to the school, they came there. My mom was pregnant. We went to the school. They came into the salon and shot my mom in the stomach. She was pregnant. In her 7th month. Where was your father? He was asleep. And when he woke up, he died. Both him and my mom died. They died in the same week. In the same day? Yes. You saw it in front of you? In front of me. What did you see? What happened in front of you? And they shot them in front of me. When we went to the corridor, they brought them and shot them in front of me. 5-year-old. Now, is he lying? Is that little kid the greatest actor in the world? Or are we funding the most evil terrorist state who is committing genocide right in fucking front of us with our tax dollars? Meanwhile, here's the children of the light, folks. They tell you that the Hamas children are raised to hate people. They're raised to hate Jews for no other reason than they're Jewish. They tell you this to justify their slaughter, to make you okay with them murdering them. Meanwhile, here's their own children, folks, joyously stomping the aid, laughing, recording them as they starve the Palestinian children. This is what they teach them. This is the real hatred right in front of your eyes, folks. These are the real fucking terrorists. And they're not trying to hide it. They're filming it. They're showing the whole world because they know they fucking own us. They know our politicians are never going to acknowledge any of this. They know the Christians who are born, bred, and brainwashed from birth like I was will back every fucking thing they do. They know they own us. And it didn't just start on October 7th. It didn't just start last year, folks. Every time we build a home, they destroy it. Every time a child is born, they kill it. Well, what can we do? This is 22 years ago. It's been going on for almost 100 fucking years now. Meanwhile, the internationally illegal seizures of Palestinian property continue unabated. Breaking: Israel has approved the largest seizure of land in the occupied West Bank in over 3 decades. Anti-settlement watchdog says this was always the plan. Genocide the people, ethnically cleanse them, drive them off their own land, and then steal it. Even though it's against international law does not apply to them. They are the law. They do what the fuck they want to do. They are God's chosen people. We will worship them. We will be their slaves, and we will like it. Meanwhile, right now, armed Israeli settlers who are living in the West Bank against Israeli and international law are destroying the pump that brings water to Palestinian village of al-Kahir, south of Hebron. Temperatures will reach 101 tomorrow. They bomb the ones going to get water in one place, and they destroy the wells in the other place. So they die, to drive them off their own land so they can fucking take it, because they know Israel will give them water. Israel has already stole all the water aquifers. They've already dried up the seas to take the water for themselves, and they will distribute it to their own people while letting the Palestinians thirst to death. And our government, 100% complicit in every bit of it, of Butcher Biden's people. He carts out Democratic George Santos to gaslight and lie right to our faces. And now the journalists are getting sick of it, folks. They're pushing back. They're tired of these fuckers lying to them. Here they are asking, what are you doing about any of this? What levers are you using to put pressure on Israel to stop the genocide, to stop the mass murder, to stop the ethnic cleansing? What are you fucking doing? And here's the gaslighting from our own administration, folks.
The point I'm making is you say that's your policy, but it's actually not your policy. It's something you're saying, but what you're actually doing is militarizing the force that allows those outposts
absolutely.
The point I'm making is you say that's your policy, but it's actually not your policy. It's something you're saying, but what you're actually doing is militarizing the force that allows those outposts
It absolutely
exist.
is our policy, Tom, and we have taken a number of steps.
So many of these are on land.
It absolutely is our policy, and over the course of this administration, especially in the past few months, we have taken a number of steps to hold those accountable who we believe to be perpetuating violence and destabilizing actions in the West Bank.
So, wait, but since you mentioned it, how is that Leahy review of the one unit?
I don't have any updates for you, Matt.
So in other words, there hasn't been anything done.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
That's not true?
When I stood behind this podium and talked about it,
they haven't been given a clean bill of health or given, given a
that
I don't
particular
know, red
unit,
notice or
that
whatever they
particular unit, it continues to be under review. But on that same
for
day,
how long has
Matt,
that been
please
under
don't
review now?
interrupt me.
Come
That
on.
same day, I also talked about a number of other units in which, consistent with the memorandum of understanding that we have with Israel, we worked to identify issues and remediate and rectify those problems, so the security relationship with those particular units could persist. The point that I'm making is that we have levers at our disposal.
Okay, how long has it been since that's been under review? Yeah, that one unit.
It would have been a number of weeks, and I don't have any updates
number of
for
weeks. Well, that could be like 52. That could be 100.
It's not 52. I believe
no,
we
I
last
know,
talked
but it's
about
more
this
than a month.
Sure. I don't have any updates for you. The point that I'm making, Matt, is that
so where's the accountability then?
we have a number of tools at our disposal, and you have seen this administration utilize them when it comes to the government
what
of
have
Israel.
you utilized? What tool have you utilized so far, other than the 2,000-pound bombs, the suspension?
We're talking about how we used Leahy vetting, but beyond that, there continue to be other processes.
You haven't used Leahy vetting. You haven't suspended
because
anything.
Consistent with Leahy vetting is identifying paths to remediation and rectifying that problem.
What other accountability measures have you used, other than the one small shipment of weapons that has been held up?
Matt, what I said was that there are levers at our disposal, and we have spent a number of times talking about them. The Chud process is an example. The Leahy process, the Chud. Don't act confused. We have talked about the Chud process a number of times.
And the Leahy process.
The Leahy process.
Anyway, it's all bullshit. He's just pretending. We have all these levers at our disposal. Yes, we know, but you don't use them. Saying you have them doesn't mean you're actually using them to do anything. Meanwhile, here's at the Biden rally in Raleigh. They got rid of this guy. Looks like his head is turned around backwards, but I'm sure it's not. The Jews say ceasefire now. Can't have that, folks. He wasn't disrupting. He wasn't yelling. Simply an idea on a shirt that challenged the genocidal monster Joe Biden, or Butcher Biden, the walking, child-killing corpse zombie. Can't have fucking that. Can't have any dissent in this country. Not from the Democrats. Meanwhile, apparently these two lesbians signed up to join the IDF. There they are, these two lesbian women, and guess what happened to them? Yep, they died. They both died. So as always, let's have a moment of silence. And then, apparently the number of suicides of Israeli soldiers in the Gaza Strip has increased sharply. And, oh, poor babies. Did joining a terrorist organization and murdering a bunch of children make you feel bad? Oh, so sad for you. Hey, I respect your decision. Dear IDF, you're never going to live this down. We are never going to forget. You are the worst among us. You are human fucking scum. You are garbage beneath contempt. And if you want to go towards the light, I respect your decision. Deleted, belly fucking up. Meanwhile, breaking, Israeli generals seek truce with Hamas due to lack of ammunition, say the New York Times. Israel's military leadership wants a ceasefire with Hamas in case a bigger war breaks out in Lebanon, which they're trying to start. Security officials say it has also concluded that a truce would be the fastest way to free hostages. No shit, they've always done that. Israel's top generals want to start a ceasefire in Gaza, even if it means Hamas stay in power for now. This is causing a rift between the military and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who opposes a truce that would let Hamas continue to exist because Netanyahu has been on trial for corruption, literally in the middle of a trial for the last 5 years, and all this is postponing it. Under-equipped for further fighting after Israel's longest war in decades, the generals also think their forces need time to recuperate in case a land war breaks out against Hezbollah, the Lebanese militia that has been locked in a low-level fight with Israel since October, multiple officials said. A truce with Hamas could also make it easier to reach a deal with Hezbollah, according to the officials, most of whom spoke of the addition of anonymity to discuss sensitive security matters. Hezbollah has said it will continue to strike northern Israel until Israel stops fighting in the Gaza Strip. The military is in full support of a hostage deal and a ceasefire, said Eyal Haluda, who served as Israel's national security advisor until early last year and who speaks regularly with senior military officials. They truly believe that they can always go back and engage Hamas military in the future, Mr. Haluda said. They understand that a pause in Gaza makes de-escalation more likely in Lebanon, and they have less munitions, less spare parts, less energy than they did before. So they also think a pause in Gaza gives us more time to prepare in case a bigger war does break out with Hezbollah. It is uncertain how directly the military leadership has expressed its views to Mr. Netanyahu in private, but there have been glimpses of it, frustration in public, as well as of the prime minister's frustration with the generals. Until recently, the military publicly maintained that it was possible to simultaneously achieve the government's two main war goals, defeating Hamas and rescuing the hostages captured by Hamas and its allies during the October 7th attack on Israel. Now the military high command has concluded that the two goals are mutually incompatible. Several months after generals began having doubts, source the New York Times. So good, folks, maybe. Maybe they'll actually stand up to Netanyahu, who is in it for himself, who wants nothing but to delay his corruption trials, to stay in power so he's not put in prison, willing to murder and kill anybody he has to, willing to destroy Israel, make them the pariah state of the world. He doesn't care about them at all. Maybe they will finally fucking do something. But I won't hold my goddamn breath. And that's my Free Palestine section for tonight. It's clobbering time. Honest Red Dusty honestly says the most base stuff of any podcast I watched. I just try to tell the truth. Try to tell what the fuck I think. You know, don't hold back. It is what it fucking is. Thanks, Honest. Right in piss cunts. Yep. Fuck you. You won't be missed. You will be remembered, though. And all right, folks, moving right along. What time is it? All right, 9:36. Making good time. We're going to do a trash world followed by Beyond Parody. So plenty of show left, but not that much. So get in your super chats. If you enjoy the show, support it. And have my sexy ass read your comments. But for now, it's time for Trash World. Trash World is a dumpster fire and it's hellish. Trash World. A trash world. Everything sucks all of the time in the trash world. And first off, on tonight's trash world, fucking racist Americans all over the goddamn globe now. We're spreading like a plague. This is in Poland. Apparently some American guy saw an Indian guy with a cute Polish chick and had to be racist as shit and spread white supremacy in Poland.
Are you not ashamed of yourself?
Are you not ashamed of yourself?
You're with the world's most invasive species. You're the world's most irresponsible breeders. You're in the whitest country possible.
What do you mean? Everything?
Yes. You're a biological weapon in this country.
This guy's got the fucking Chad. Look at him in his tight pants with his chisel fucking jaw. I'd fuck him.
Hey, Pajit. Pajit, you're a biological weapon in this country.
This white guy's so jealous. He's so jealous of his fucking Chad and his hot girlfriend. He can't see goddamn straight. This 100% is bitter jealousy.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You're a white woman. What are you going to do? Mix your genetics up with the shit skin?
Probably. Look at that dude.
What do you mean? What do I mean? There's 1.3 billion.
Imagine their children. Glorious.
You know, those fucking Pajits.
Why are you talking about me like that?
There's 1.3 billion Pajits.
Just leave us, okay?
This is the whitest country on earth.
Us.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Leave us. Okay?
Be ashamed of yourself.
What are you doing?
Be ashamed. Look at you.
What are you doing?
Why don't you have some more
And this guy uploaded this himself. Good God, no self-awareness. Thought that was going to make you look good, but it did not. You fucking incel. Meanwhile, good news, folks. War in the Congo has kept the planet cooler. Apparently, only like 6 million people have died. So, yay! Finally, some good news. Yay! It turns out, yeah, that's not even true. Scientists warn we're beginning to feel the effects of a geological instantaneous 21st century shift into extreme and unsurvivable conditions.
We can look toward the future, and these are the projections from climate models. And a lot of people may question them, but climate models are bloody good at getting global average temperature. In fact, they're spot on because we understand the physics of the climate system really, really well. Where are we going now? We're going on the orange one. And that's going toward a 4-degree temperature rise by the end of this century compared to pre-industrial. Any idea what the temperature difference is between the last ice age and the present? Any guesses?
4 degrees?
4 degrees.
I'm smart.
So we're talking about a shift as big as between an ice age when mastodons and woolly mammoths were around and humans barely survived. We're talking about the same difference, but not in 5,000 years, in 1 century. So let me put that change on the same time frame that I just showed you. There's our 2,000-year history where we developed our cities, modern civilization.
So anyway, basically the gist of this is we're fucked. It's too late to do anything. Even with our whiz-bang technology, it's all fucking over for our grandchildren. So let's elect Donald Trump again, folks. Already saying he's going to pull us out of every climate agreement. Not only are we not going to do anything to help, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to pour more into the atmosphere. We're going to accelerate it even more because this is who we are and this is what we fucking deserve. Meanwhile, in this trash world, holy God, prices out of goddamn whack. When you have to join your coworkers, you ain't got to, for lunch out, and they pick Five Guys. $25 for a basic combo meal, and it's not even California. At Five Guys Burger, a small fry is $5.60 before tax. A cheeseburger, $13 before tax. Hey, assholes, don't eat there. The reason they can charge this is because you fucking keep paying it. I don't care who your coworkers are. I don't care if you want to bond with them. Fuck them. Don't be part of the problem. Meanwhile, this guy bitching. He said, Dad stressed out over how much it costs to feed his 6 kids.
Here's what it takes to feed 6 kids in about a week and a half. You want to have 6 kids? This is your Trader Joe's receipt. Keeps going. Oh my.
All right, it's $4.44. That actually sounds not too bad, to be honest with you. Every trip to Walmart for just fucking me and my crew here, my very small crew, is $200. And I ain't got 6 kids, so like, just a thought, don't have 6 kids. If you can't afford to fucking feed your 6 kids, maybe snip, wear a condom or something, dipshit. That's a you problem at that point. Meanwhile, more bankruptcy for local citizens. Jefferson County, Colorado will pay former inmate $500,000 because their godmen want to abuse people.
Jefferson County has agreed to pay this former jail inmate $500,000 over this 2022 use of force. Frederick Fisk was handcuffed, and when he wouldn't move, deputies swept his legs out from under him.
He landed on his face, unable to catch himself. The sheriff's office says the takedown was unjustified, but appeared to be the result of inexperience and poor judgment.
3 men.
Fisk's lawyer says the deputies should have been criminally charged.
$500,000 to a prisoner.
Of the United States Supreme
and
Court.
good, bankrupt us all, bankrupt every one of us. That's what we deserve. Until we stand up and do something about the corrupt police system that abuses us and then forces us to pay for it, bankrupt us, daddy. Do it. And last but not least on Trash World, did you guys see this one? Kick streamer. This guy is such fucking trash. You can just tell he's trash. This guy has got UFC fan written all over him. I'm going to play part of this. Anyway, he kind of tricks her into kissing him on the lips. And at first, she doesn't seem to realize or what happens to be that upset about it. But she's kind of drunk and then realizes what just happens and then kind of gets pretty upset. Let's watch.
I ever got it.
If I get a kiss for that?
Ah! You're bad.
No, I didn't do it on purpose. I was just, I thought you said that. You went,
You guys. You're a freak.
How many times have people tried to pull that trick off and fail?
Never. That's never happened in my entire life.
No one's ever even tried that
Never,
trick?
ever in my life.
Oh, most people fail at that
No,
trick.
because I fucking knocked it
And we got
out.
a nice soft kiss out of it, right?
What? No! Oh my god. This dude just kissed me on my lips.
I get 10 subs if a girl kisses me on the lips.
What the, well, you shouldn't have fucking... Like,
No, I'm buying you drinks with the money that we're...
What do you mean? 10 what?
So, they cost sub $5 each. But then I
Give me the money.
Well, I will in drinks.
What?
I'm buying
You
drinks.
can't just like force people to kiss you for money.
No, it was a joke.
It's not a joke. It's weird.
The joke's on you, bitch.
See what they say. Are they weird too?
Of course.
You can't do that to women.
Look at this guy.
Do you want me to buy you drinks or not?
No, that was weird.
Can I buy you one here?
Fuck no, that was weird.
I'll take it back. I thought you wanted.
What do you mean you can't take
it
that back? You just force kissed me.
Oh Jesus, I'm the wrong guy to say that to.
No, you're not.
They accused me of it the other day.
Yes.
They accused me of putting my thumb up someone's ass.
Okay, well fucking get away from me, dude. Oh my god, he's a fucking weirdo. Dude, what the fuck? He just like kissed me on my fucking mouth without my permission. I'm at the. Where do you think I am? At the fucking pizzeria?
Should we call the police?
No, just get away from me, bro. Fuck.
She being serious or joking?
Look at how many people are watching him, though, folks. Look at these chats just light up. He's probably got 20,000 people because this really is what the world rewards.
What do you mean? He just kissed me on my fucking mouth without my permission. It's so weird and creepy.
You told me to kiss you on the cheek and I turned around.
And you turned and you kissed me on my lips on purpose.
You kissed me and I went like that.
You asked if I could have. Yo, it's fucking weird, and you're smiling about it like you're a creepy person. You turn the fucking camera away because you know it's fucking weird, and everybody's commenting because they fucking know how weird you are, and they fucking accuse you of it the other day.
So
go away.
How do I apologize?
Don't apologize. Just go away from me.
This is my best friend.
So just go away for now.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Have a good night. You want to trade Instagram?
No, I'll fucking punch you in your face if you talk to me again.
Okay, have a good night.
What's wrong with you?
Holy shit. Holy shit.
You're a fucking pervert.
Mike, you have no idea how happy you're making my chat right now?
Yeah, because they're
Making
probably
some
all
money.
perverts too, and they get
This is what's rewarded, for sure. This is how you make lots of money, sexually assault people.
off on this weird shit.
No, because I was accused of putting my thumb up a girl's
Yeah,
ass.
it's fucking weird.
I didn't
Go
do
away.
it. I didn't do it. Have a good night. I don't know if you're kidding or not.
What?
You don't know?
You're like a fucking weird redhead. Chill out. I thought you were joking. Oh my god.
Blame the victim shit right there, huh?
Oh my god. That's so embarrassing. What's wrong with that girl?
What's wrong with her?
Holy shit. Does she not? It's like she knows what I went through the other day and she's fucking with me. Jesus, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, no responsibility.
Holy, maybe
ever.
Clips was right. Don't touch a girl, don't kiss a girl, don't do anything.
Yeah, you think?
Holy shit. Clips, you're right. Holy fuck. Oh my god.
Creepy
Oh
weirdos.
my god.
That's a kick for you.
I thought she was kidding the whole time.
No, you did. You didn't give a shit. This is how you make your money. And I guess can't hate the player, hate the game, because he's making a shit ton of fucking money doing this stuff. Because that's what the trash world fucking rewards. And that's my trash world for tonight. Gaslighting, yep. What? I didn't do anything. It's all her. It's her fault. Why did she make me do that? Hey, I think she assaulted me, if you think about it. I'm the victim here, really, to be honest with you. $1 billion. Sponsorship fucking deals. Reminds me of what's coming up in Beyond Parody. Let's go ahead and do it. Get your super chats in, folks. Last chance. The show's about to be over. Because it's Beyond Parody. This dickhead. Subway quietly in sponsorship deal with Dr. Disrespect. Remember, he got caught messaging an underage girl. He knew she was underage and was sexting her. It came out that after she told him her age, the sexually explicit messages got even more sexually explicit. Why the fuck was this guy working for Subway to begin with? Why did he have a sponsorship deal? This guy really popular enough to have a sponsorship deal with Subway? And yes, folks, Beyond Parody here. Kids meals available under this guy's name. They're having flashbacks to Jared. Not again, Subway. Train hard, eat fresh. Sexed with children. Subway. And you guys know I hate fucking Subway. Subway locally here fucked me over. I can never show my face there again. Fuck Subway. Garbage. But that's what the planet rewards, folks. The worse you are, the more it rewards you. That's why Donald Trump is leading right now. Going to be president again, probably. Meanwhile, on Beyond Parody, this guy going to be one of the people in charge of our government next year.
We voting Donald Trump, baby. America needs saving. America needs saving. We voting Trump, baby. November 5th, we going crazy. November 5th, we going crazy. Red pill popping, swerving in the Trump. Republican 4G, Antifa knows what's up. Red, white, and blue, MAGA Nation, throw it up.
I mean, I guess it's better than how Trump dances, but wannabe Dick Tracy villains. That's who's ruling us, folks. Laughing in our faces. They hate us, and they should. Because we are born fucking suckers in this goddamn country. Meanwhile, the third largest podcast in the world, folks, the top three are right-wingers. Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson, and Candace Owens ruling the top three podcasts because right-wing content is the most supported content on the planet right now. And here is what's going on the top podcast.
Guys, imagine being married to me. I mean, my poor husband, he rolls over. He's like, what are you reading? And I feel like a regular wife says something, I don't know, maybe a love series, Nora Roberts, sweeping her away. Me, on the other hand, he rolled over, he asked me, and I said, oh, I'm reading a flat earth theory. And it dawned into an entire conversation. He's like, why are you reading a flat earth theory? And I'm like, because somebody messaged me on Connect about it, and they included some links, and I'm just reading them. I don't know. I'm just an interested person. No matter what, if there's a bunch of people that believe something, I now want to know what it is that they believe. And of course, he pushed me on this, and he was talking about the earth curvature and science. And I said to him, listen, I'm not a flat earther. I'm not a round earther. Actually, what I am is I am somebody who has left the cult of science. I have left the mega church of science, because what I have now realized is that science, what it is actually, if you think about it, is a pagan faith.
It's a pagan faith, y'all. She's left the cult of science, she says, as she talks on a computer over the fucking internet through her microphones. All brought to you by Christianity, I guess. They were prayed into existence. No science for her, folks. Yeah, once again, that's what the rewards. And that's it, folks. Last but not least, this lady asked what the word woke means. And finally, folks, finally, we found somebody who give us a definitive definition of the word woke, can speak to it eloquently and define it spot on. Prepare yourself to finally get your definition. We've all been waiting for this. Here we go.
Are you voting for this year?
Donald Trump.
And why are you voting for him?
He's the best.
Why do you think that?
He was the greatest president we've ever had. We just need that back. Some sanity back in our world. It's too woke. It's too crazy right now.
What do you mean by wokeness?
People that woke. Well, okay. People that are like saying things that don't make a lot of sense, that okay, well, let's think of an example. Woke is when there's too much fakeness in the news. It's just not accurate.
Do you think that Trump won the 2020 election?
Absolutely.
And why so?
He had 81 million votes.
Folks,
There's
finally,
no way Joe Biden got more
a
than
definition
that.
of
It's
woke
crazy.
that I can
Trump had
understand.
74 million. You mean?
It's when people are, and then they're fakeness, and then they're like, an example is like when they do the thing. So there you have it. I love it. Appreciate you, lady, finally answering the question we've all been wondering. And that's my show, folks. Hell yeah. If you bail out before I read the super chats and do the kitty party, please hit the like button. Please leave comments. The algorithm loves it. Please, if you are on Facebook or Twitter, share my video, or on forums, wherever. If you're watching somebody else's show, do a shout out to my show in the comments. Great way to spread my show. You're not going to see my show otherwise anywhere because nobody will have me on. Nobody will help me advertise, and I'm shadow banned everywhere. So the only way I can spread the show is if you guys help me. Word of mouth is a great way to do that. But most importantly, please join my Patreon. Link in the description of the video. You get access to the after party, which is happening right now. All this about to take place from here all the way down to here. A whole nother show after the show. If you know, you know. So get your ticket on my Patreon. Please Help me out. And all right, hit the subscribe button, hit the like. Don't bail out for the like button. Do it to it. All right, Dr. Respect, a minor with his $5 foot long. Yeah. About to hit a chord, and it's probably a minor. Mitchell Guide, 5 socialism. Fuck yeah, Mitchell Guide, you rock. You guys got a ticket. You roll. Welcome to Dust Buddies, Eric Moyer. Love you. Appreciate you. Great Scott, $5. Thumbs up to you, Great Scott. Appreciate you. IDF forever exists on leaves this world of worst of the worst. Yes, they do. Going to be remembered forever. Those wanting to leave should consider leaving, going in pairs immediately. You are definitely not helping Israel. Only making it a pariah state. Israel, yes. BBC, a preach. And Joe Biden, Bernie, and Michelle should run on fucking principle and vengeance alone. If we do not get these psychopaths out of power, the blood will flow. I, for one, refuse to go back to 1800s. I just ordered a new purge mask. Not a new one, my first purge mask. But coming probably Saturday, so on Monday, I'm going to debut my new purge mask, y'all. I suggest everybody get a purge mask, just in fucking case. It's fun for the whole family. I've changed my whole aesthetic on my show. If you guys have gone to my channel, it's all purge now. My Facebook, it's the purge, baby. I'll show you guys that on my, I'll show you on the after party, all the new shit. Thank you, BBC. Floating kitties make everything better. They sure do. Thank you, V. Good to see you tonight. Ashkar Kumar, 5 socialisms. If you got a ticket, thank Ashkar and show up tonight. Your RJK imitation is hilarious. Thank you. Appreciate it. The straight shooter, it's hard to do my throat like that. I'm getting all hoarse. Why does the U.S. suck so much these days? I don't know. It's probably always been like this, but the internet makes it easier to notice. Upgraded membership to PTL Heroes. That's the way to do it, who the fuck you are. Agent Orange, Federalist 69. All right, I'm for it. Love me some 69. Unforgiven Atheist. 1 socialism. Show up. Papa Marks, $5. What up, Papa Marks? How you doing? Happy 4th of Floating Kitties. Hope you have a good one and stay safe. Yeah, my dogs hate it. Worst holiday for dogs, but hey, appreciate you, V. Kevin Milligan, 30. You had me at, already read that. You had me at John Zedek. Thank Kevin Milligan. That was very generous. And anything else pop up? Nope. Mitchell God, appreciate you. All right, folks. I will be back on Friday. It's the day after tomorrow for another episode of the world's greatest program. So make plans, write on your calendar. Know that I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. So just show the fuck up. Figure it out, whatever your time zone is, and show up. It's the greatest chat in the entire world. All your new best friends are waiting for you. So don't leave us waiting. Show up. For now, let's play The River, an original song by Dusty Smith, and do a kitty party. All right, guys. Tonight's kitty party comes to you from Jeffrey Lee Moore, who came by today and brought some new kitty treats. Thank you, Jeff. All right, let's see if you assholes like this shit. Come and get it. Come and get it. Come and get it. Come on. Who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants it? BBC hitting us hard, hitting us big at the end like a BBC does. For $50, everybody go sign up to BBC's new channel. Be sure to post it in the chat, BBC. If you want more of this, the community, BBC's a hero of the show. Please support his channel. You rock, BBC. Tonight's kitty party. Can you see down here? You can't really see. There you go. It's Baby Yoda, Violet, Pretty Boy, and Half Stash. 4, got them 4. On tonight's kitty party. Better than usual. Usually it's only these 2 assholes, so cool. Tune-in party happening right now. The rest of y'all will see on Friday. You guys have a good Thursday. Keep your chin up. I love you guys. Good night. Turn the fucking air conditioner on. Good God, it's hot. Switch over now.